Hey guys, and welcome to this hashtag AskD video. I am chilling in bed right now, you guys. I have some sweats on, I got no makeup on, we got a candle, some mood lighting, and we're just giving overall comfy vibes. And I just really wanted to have this type of video reflect that because you guys are being so vulnerable. You guys are sharing your deepest, darkest secrets, I guess. I don't know, just like wanting advice, and I just want to be here to listen to you guys. I want to be able to give you guys advice, give you guys encouragement. So, yeah, I hope that the background can just like help to create that comfy, comfortable environment. I also really want to encourage you guys to comment some advice for maybe one or multiple of the people, or if you don't have any advice, at least give some encouragement, because I know that it would really mean a lot to the people who we're giving advice to, or even someone who's stumbling across this video and maybe needed to hear that because they're going through something very similar. Also, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up because it really just helps to push my videos out into the algorithm. We just hit 3K subscribers, and you guys are just so amazing, because every time I look at my channel, I have like new subscribers, and I think that it's like just so insane. It's so crazy. So thank you guys so much. I cannot wait to just continue growing, doing videos. So it just makes me so happy. I'm just like so excited. I think that's all I had to say. Oh, if you're not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you can see every time that I post. I post every week. I don't have a specific day. I don't know if I will have a specific day, but I just hit the bell so that you know. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I always post when I post a YouTube video, and I also post like extra stuff on there too. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the first person, we're gonna name her Margaret. She said that she actually has a very similar story to me. She is 18 years old, her family is from Sri Lanka, and she actually lives in Australia. She is a full-time college student. She's putting in the work at school, and she also has a part-time job, but she doesn't make that much money since it's part-time, and she's more so at school. Unfortunately, she was groomed by a family member, she didn't say who in her family, for 10 years. And I guess she told her family, the other family members, and they didn't really do much about it. They literally turned a blind eye. And she's feeling just kind of icky and weird about it, because these are people that are supposed to be there for you, your family. They're supposed to help you and protect you from things like this, and they're just like seeming to not care. So she's feeling like she wants to like end it all. This is really bothering her, and she feels like she also has no one that could take her in if she would just like flee. I honestly feel like if you're feeling like this, you should take some time to reevaluate your priorities with school and work. And if it's possible, I would say either take like a gap year or some time off of school, or go to school part-time if you don't want to drop school altogether right now. And I would say that you really need to either increase your hours if possible at work, or find a second job or another job so that you can really save up some money and get out of this negative space that just keeps like bringing you down. Your family is not there for you emotionally. They're not really giving you what you need, so why stay? And I know that sounds really harsh, and I know all of this sounds a lot easier said than done, but it comes down, oh my gosh, my bird is like yelling in the background. I'm sorry. But it comes down to like, you got to do it or you're going to stay stuck in it. So I'm really sorry that you're going through this. If you guys have any advice for Margaret, please let her know in the comments. Give her some encouraging words. You are such a strong person. You're going to get through this. You just need to choose you and choose just like focusing on getting yourself out of this house. We wish you all the best. And if you have an update, please let us know. Our next person, we're gonna name her Louise. She is 14 years old, and her family immigrated to the US from another country. She didn't say where. Her mom is the one that is more present in the home. Her dad is around, but he's more absent because all he does is work. So he's not really there emotionally. So everything that she's hearing, that's all this like negative stuff, is from her mom. And her mom is making it seem like she's never going to be able to have freedom. Somehow, some way, she's always going to be owned. Right now, she's owned by her family. When she moves out and probably gets married, because her mom also, I think, wants her to get married at a young age, she's going to be owned by her husband. So she's really feeling trapped, and she does not want this life for herself. And her mom is making all these decisions, kind of planning out her life, and she doesn't want to do the stuff that her mom is saying. So, Louise, you are 14 years old, so you would essentially be enduring this for another 4 years. There's not much that I feel like your mom would be able to force on you right now, and thank God you didn't mention anything about abuse or physical abuse, so I'm very glad that you're not going through this. You just feel controlled and you're lacking freedom. As a child, I feel like you're not going to be able to get that freedom, and your parents are keeping you safe. All of that is fine. But once you get older and you're afraid of them marrying you off to someone that you don't like, sending you back to your country and choosing your job and you have to study this, that is where you draw the line and you're like, no. And I agree with you, because you should be able to choose who you want to get married to. You should be able to choose where you live, because you don't want to get sent back. You should be able to choose the job and what you study. So yes, I agree with all of that 100%. Now though, you're not gonna get married off. You're 14. There's nothing that I don't think you did to be sent back home, so don't worry about that. You're not going to college next month. You're 14, so you don't have to worry about that either. I would say just listen to your mom. Don't give her too much kickback right now, because that's just gonna enrage her and make her just go off and be angry, and you're trying to avoid that. So don't do too much of the pushback. Once you're older and you're able to, I do not suggest that you leave right now or anytime soon, girl. Do not run away. Once you're able to and you're older, then yeah, I would say take your life, move out, make your own decisions. And you're gonna be able to just take control of your life and get that freedom that you really want. You're gonna be able to choose who you can marry, what job you want, where you want to live. You can move to a whole other state if you want. It's gonna be your life. You mentioned your younger siblings, because once you turn 18, they're gonna be younger. I feel like that's gonna have to be the same for them, because when you're 18, you're not gonna be able to take care of your younger siblings. So I think the same for them. Once they get older, if they choose, and they may see you as an example, because you did that, you got to have your life and your choices. So hopefully they will just do the same and be able to move out. Maybe you'll be able to help them with your experience. So I would say don't do too much arguing right now. Just make sure that you're obeying what she's saying and listening to her. Don't anger her too much. And then when you can, save up your money. Deuces. I wish you the best, Louise, and if anyone has advice for Louise, make sure you give her advice in the comments or some encouraging words. So our next person is Tina. She is 24 years old and she lives in Canada. She has super strict and controlling parents, and she feels like the odd duck out because she honestly feels like her parents don't love her. Her siblings literally can do more stuff than she can, and she does not understand why. If she has to go somewhere, she can't go alone. She has to take her siblings. But if her siblings go somewhere, they could hang out with friends, they could do whatever, and they don't have to take anyone. So I can understand why she's feeling like she's different, and why is it that her siblings are getting treated differently. She's never had a good relationship with her parents, and she was physically and emotionally abused as a child. For some reason, I think it's because she's being treated differently. She has this self-awareness, and when she talks about it to her siblings, they're like, eh. And they just kind of accepted how their life is, probably because they're getting treated differently and better, and they don't really care to get out of it. She's the only one that seems to be like, I just want to get away from this. She's really in her head just wishing that her life with her family would be different. Her dad literally yelled at her in the kitchen, calling her names, criticizing her, and the whole time she was just thinking, I wish that my dad would just hug me right now. How would that be if I could just have him say nice things to me? I feel like he's always, and my mom is always just down my back, just being so negative. And how would it be if it was the flip side and they were just nice to me and loving to me? She really feels like she's never been loved by them, and that's really sad. She brought up going to therapy. They called her crazy, rejected that whole idea. They even don't take her medical problems seriously. She injured her leg and had to ask them 10 times to go see a doctor before they finally even took her. She constantly feels like she's in a room full of people and no one understands her. She constantly feels like she has to fake it just to get by. She really wants to be able to go out and do things on her own because she wants to be able to experience things and develop herself as a person. She's 24 and she feels like she's so awkward. She feels like she has no communication skills, and she really worries about her future because of everything that her parents have deprived her from, socially especially. She watches TV, sees people just being like romantic with each other, and she cries because she's never had that and she doesn't know if she ever will. So Tina wants to know, how can she make her situation better? And she also wants to know if she should move out. 100% I think that you need to move out, because that is such an awkward space to be in, where you feel like you're not loved and other people are receiving love, but you're also a part of that family. That's just like so awkward. Yeah, I think you said, like, what should I do to make this situation better? It's move out. You're 24. You need to start getting out into the world, experiencing things, and your parents weren't able to like give you that exposure and allow you to just grow as an individual. So you need to take that into your own hands now and go out into the real world, meet people, make some friends, do some fun stuff by yourself. Hopefully you'll meet someone that you think that you can start a life with, because you mentioned that you don't really see that. But I think that if you get out there into the real world, you probably will see that it is possible. This is just like so frustrating to me, because like I can't imagine like a parent like treating one of their like children this differently. Like, that's horrible. So I'm so sorry, and I just really want you to like make a plan, save up some money, look for some apartments or a roommate, or just move out. Literally, like, that's it. Just move out, because this place is not serving you. You're not growing. They're literally hindering your growth, and it's not okay. Give Tina your advice. Give her some encouragement. Tell Tina to move out. You got this, Tina. Alright, so that was the last email for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give your advice and your encouragement in the comments. I think it's really going to help them and other people who may be struggling with similar situations. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps to push my video out there into the algorithm world. And make sure that you're subscribed and hit the bell notification so that you're notified every time that I post. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because I post occasionally extra stuff on there as well. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'm praying for you guys always, and I'll see you guys soon.